Hello, hello, welcome back. It is Dana. We are here doing Felicity Season 1, Episode 22, Felicity Was Here. This is the last episode of Season 1. Somehow we've done an entire episode of Felicity, even though it feels like I just started it. Regardless. So, I'm going to try to do a really quick recap of last episode. And I know I say all the time that I'm trying to do really quick recaps and they never turn out quick, but maybe this time will be the exception. You never know. So, really quickly, last episode we had Megan deciding that she was some sort of a witch and she kept putting spells on people, namely Felicity. First, she made it so she was clumsy and, she was clumsy, and then she made her forgetful, and then she forgot things, and so on and so forth. But, one of the things that happened was, so the episode before ended with Ben calling his mom, asking her for money. She sent him money, but not enough for, a plane ticket home. Well, she did send enough, but he used the money for the plane ticket home to pay off his bookie. So as far as I can tell, school is paid, and, his bookie is paid. So he's okay for a little while. But he still has to get home. So they found somebody who was looking to hire somebody to drive their car from New York to California. And they were going to pay him, maybe $500. I don't remember what it is. Which is perfect. So they decide they're all going to do this. It's going to be Felicity, Julie, Ben, and Noel have all decided they're going to take this trip together. But then, between when they make that decision and later, let's go to Noel first. Noel decides that his internship in Berlin is starting sooner than he thought it was going to, so he can't go. Ben has been getting hardcore hit on by Nicole, Lynn's girlfriend, for most of the episode. She's taking her clothes off and trying to kiss him and totally flirting and being trying to convince him that they should date or whatever. And he, as much as he claims that he's not into Nicole, he is sort of questioning his relationship with Julie because he feels like they got very serious very quickly, which I agree with. But, so then he tells Julie about this, and she gets upset, and I think they break up. Yeah, they definitely break up. So then they break up. So Julie and Ben are now broken up. So Julie is not going on this trip because she does not want to be in the car with her ex-boyfriend for 2 weeks, is what they think this trip is going to take them. And then, Felicity and Ben have a little bit of a moment while they're doing inventory together at the coffee shop. A little bit of a flirty, I think they might almost kiss moment. And you're like, oh God, no. The second that he's available, no. So let's hope that doesn't come to fruition in this episode. But make a long story short, they decide that the two of them, Felicity and Ben, are going to go together alone in the car cross country to get from New York to Palo Alto. So, the other thing, I'm trying to think about what happened. The other thing that happened was Elena making an actual date with the professor to go to some bar in Tribeca or something. And they asked her to come on the road trip, but she said no. So I think that's it. So let's see what happens. This is the finale of season 1. So I expect that by the end of it, everyone will have gone their separate ways for the summer, and that drama will ensue. And I also predict that there will be some kind of a cliffhanger that I will have to wait for 2 days to find out what it is. All right, so let's do it. Here we go. Felicity. The season 1 finale, episode 22. Felicity Was Here. Let's do it.
Previously on Felicity.
Wait, you don't want me to go on the trip?
No, I think you should come.
You think I should?
If I go on the road trip, I can't do the Berlin internship.
Since
I
when?
realized
Since
I have
yesterday.
To Berlin.
Yeah.
So you will.
See, here's the flirty tension. Or I think
Should.
maybe they might kiss. And don't do it. Don't do it. They didn't do it. But still, it was a little too close for my liking.
That moment I had with Ben.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it too.
Obviously, it was all in my mind.
Okay.
Or at least mostly.
I'm not doing a great job, am I? I mean, good, but not great.
Danny,
Who cares?
you're doing an excellent
I mean, I don't want to be rude, but I'm not interested in this
You are
storyline.
the sweetest.
I mean, it seemed like Ben and I had an almost kiss moment.
He looks way different. Way
What it
different.
was,
He looks
I'm
way
sure it
more
was
buff.
Just a nothing moment.
Like
that
something's
I
wrong
perceived
here.
as something. It reminded me of why I made the decision to come to New
Yeah,
York
he
in the
looks
first
so
place.
different right
What
now.
it felt like.
I don't know. Did he have
What I
plastic
used to
surgery
feel
or
for Ben.
get a haircut? Something's different.
But if it had been an actual, genuine, almost kiss moment, life would get really complicated.
Oh, I think it's going to get complicated anyway, Felicity.
What?
Did you and I almost kiss?
I don't know, did we?
I think we did.
I really like your haircut.
Oh, I guess it's a haircut. I guess I don't like it. It makes his face look too, like, square and chiselly.
This could get really complicated.
I said it's going to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just because you and Julie broke up does not mean that Ben and Noel broke up, even though he's not coming on the road trip. They're still dating. He's just doing his internship for, I guess, the summer or however long it is. But no, please don't make me do this. Don't make me go back to Ben or Noel, Ben or Noel, Ben or Noel. And I know that that's probably a big part of the plot, and I know also that I don't know, but I feel like maybe she and Ben are supposed to be like endgame, but I'm not ready to deal with that yet. Let's just happily date Noel for a little while and be cool with it. Okay? Okay, so we're all on the same page.
Or did this year go by faster than ever?
I was just saying that.
It actually seems like time is speeding. I guess it's the excitement of the end of the year or something. I've only got a few days left. I started to pack up my stuff. Anyway, it's a list of all the people who lived in this room before me.
You never saw this
It went
before
back
now?
to 1968. I mean, these names, these people I've never heard of. And I just started how much they remember of their freshman year. I wondered if they're all still alive.
Not morbid.
Breaking up sucks.
Yeah, I'm sure that that's true.
Are you still coming to Epstein Bar on Saturday? Definitely, yeah.
That's the name of the bar? I never realized that.
By the way, I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't even go with Ben. Don't not go on account of me. I mean, actually, you can't not go on account of me because I was going to ask you a favor.
Oh. So she wants her to
when you're on
find
trip with
out.
Ben, if he gives you any signs that there's someone else,
Yeah, the problem is that someone else is Felicity. Oh my god, Felicity, no. No. This is terrible. I really hate his haircut. It changes his entire body.
good, thanks.
I couldn't find your computer disk, though. Well, you can come back whenever you want.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Here.
Why don't you just keep him? I mean, you know you're coming back.
So you're gonna live here next year?
Yeah. Sean's got some new guy coming in for this. So I guess I might not see you before you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Julie. Oh, this is not gonna go well. This is not working for my I just want good things for Julie plan.
You know what? Don't call me. I don't mean that in a bitchy way. Have a good summer.
Yeah, you too.
If Felicity and Ben end up getting back together, it's going to break Julie. And if Julie breaks, I'm going to break. So I don't really know what to do in this situation right now. I'm guessing... Oh. I don't like this for her. She seems pretty pleased about it, though. This is just... It can't end well. There's absolutely no way this can end well. What do you see that you're not supposed to see right now? Is it your paper? Yeah, or somebody's paper. Part of the reason why this is a bad idea. I don't know how I feel about that.
Morning.
Is that I mean, so it's good if he's grading not based on the fact that they're sleeping together, but...
Why don't you come with me?
To Berlin? I have my job with Dr. Kessler.
Well, just for 2 weeks. You know, the same amount of time you're supposed to drive with Ben. I already ordered you a ticket.
Oh my god, no!
I know, it's
You can't order a ticket to Berlin without telling someone.
Let alone with me, but
You can't afford to buy me a ticket.
you so underestimate my financial acumen. By the way, it's refundable, so an incredibly off chance. Well, don't say yes now. Think about it and, say yes later.
Oh my god.
Okay?
I mean, who would say no to a trip to Europe with a guy you love who's your almost boyfriend? So I decided to confront this Ben thing head on. I'm heading over there right
The
now.
guy you love who's your almost
Wish
boyfriend.
me luck.
It's so messy. And what is with this opera music in this
I can't
episode?
go.
You can't go with me.
No.
Why?
Why? First of all, there is the Knoll factor.
No fact. What?
He invited me to Berlin.
Berlin?
And secondly, there is the Julie factor, which I've got to say is sort of killing.
Yeah, I know.
You know how you say, now I feel bad just hanging out with
Yeah,
her.
but wait a minute. There is a huge difference.
You and Julie just broke up.
Yeah, that's right, we broke
Yesterday.
up. What's the third?
The moment, the almost kiss Don't pretend like you don't know what the third is.
Okay. How is that a reason for us not to drive cross country?
Are you thick? What is wrong with you?
Because
Have you never been alive?
The no thing, Berlin sounds great. It does. Maybe you should go with him. The only reason that is an issue is because in that moment we did not kiss. So it's like this big unanswered question.
No,
Well,
don't
yeah, I think
convince
you're
her
exactly right.
to kiss you now. No! Maybe it's a dream. Maybe it's a dream. Maybe none of this is really happening. Oh, God. I think it really happens. What are you doing?
I've wanted to do that for a long time.
I cannot believe we're doing this right now.
Where are you going?
Anywhere but here?
It's a flight reflex.
Felicity.
Okay, so like I said, this episode is gonna be cause a lot of problems for a lot of people. Everybody is a hot mess right now. Like the only person who's like normal right now is Noel. Elena's got this whole problem. Felicity and Ben are kissing. Julie's a wreck.
Hi.
Are you gonna tell him what happened?
Yes.
Wait, yes?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
gotta tell him what
Thank
happened.
you for asking.
I mean, you definitely kissed
Oh,
back.
do you realize how amazing this is going to be?
I know. I haven't told my parents yet.
We're going. Oh my god. This is so cool.
I know.
And those kisses were very, like,
Kissed you? Would you keep your voice down?
short in comparison to the Ben kiss.
Go with Ben. And if Julie was sitting right here, I'd say the same thing.
Good morning.
This one is fine. You always say that. No, this time I mean it.
I'm guessing her grade has changed now. Yup.
See, you did better than I did.
What'd you get? So,
Elena's obviously wrong. I mean, I couldn't even consider going with Ben. Right?
right. You shouldn't. But you should tell Noel what happened. And then let him decide if he still wants you to come. So, I'm guessing that she and Megan are not going to room together next year. I wonder if she and Julie will end up as roommates.
This is it. Yeah.
See ya.
Have a good time. At Wicker Camp.
Is that like a real thing? And why would her parents let her go? She probably told them she was going to like choir camp or something.
The second week of school, I wrote something down. I put it in an envelope and sealed it shut. There's no chance in hell Felicity's going to make it through the whole year. Anyway, I'm impressed.
I don't really need you to be impressed with me, Megan. But I am curious now about what's...
Where are you living next year?
Yeah, this is what I'm curious about.
I think I might be an RA. Huh. Me too.
No, Megan, you can't be an RA. Why? That's a terrible idea, letting Megan be an RA. I don't know if Felicity would be a good RA either, actually. But she'd be better than Megan. Don't be Ben. He looks so different that I wasn't even sure it was him when he walked in. What is going on?
So you've been avoiding me.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Well, I got your message. I mean, I understand what you're saying about Noel and about Julie. I understand that, but
You don't care.
I have this feeling it's what you want too.
I'm going with Noel. I mean, we had this whole plan.
Yeah, but so did we until you changed your mind.
I can't go with
Driving with me makes you the devil.
Yes, because it would be a direct affront to both Julie and to Noel.
She's right. I mean, it doesn't make her the devil,
You
but
and I both know
she's right. She
that if we
needs...
were to drive across country,
That would happen again.
it would never be platonic.
So?
I mean...
Fine, we'll make it platonic. I don't care. I just want to go with you. I mean, we'll do it as friends. That's great. I swear to
No,
God.
but here's the thing. If you already
I just don't
know
see how this can work.
that if you'll do something, you're going to end up making out with Ben, I think you really need to talk to Noel about the kind of relationship you have right now. Because they're not in a relationship right now. They're almost dating.
Okay. We are in the car.
This is stupid.
No, it's not stupid.
It is
I'm just
stupid.
trying to prove a point here. Okay?
What happens when we go to a motel and there's only one bed?
Been reading too much fanfic, Felicity. I sleep on the floor is the answer, Ben. I'm very curious if this song was the song that ran through the entire episode when this originally aired.
I think you should leave.
Look, I know you want to... Because you started wearing that necklace again, the necklace I got you.
None of this matters. The point is, Felicity has told you repeatedly no. Why does no one not take no for an answer? I don't understand. Now, to be fair, this is an issue I have in my own life, so I may be projecting, but no one ever believes me when I say no to things.
Thought it through.
Have you gone to the passport place yet?
Not yet.
But you gotta go. We only have a few days.
I'm gonna go to the passport place tomorrow.
Okay, good. We're going to Berlin. Yeah, that's what Felicity says. Yeah.
But he doesn't seem to believe it. Yeah, you don't have a passport and you're leaving in like 3 days? Maybe things were different in 1998, but that would not fly today.
So where you going?
Berlin.
Berlin, nice. Really nice. Okay, look right here where my finger is. This finger.
I'm gonna guess
Have you ever driven across the country?
that
United States? Yeah, once.
her passport's not gonna come in
How was it?
time, and
It
she's
was
not
one
gonna
of
be
the
able
best
to
times I ever
go.
had.
So maybe by default,
Yeah.
she'll end
Yeah,
up on
maybe
the road
best.
trip.
It was great. You gotta do that.
Yeah, I definitely
You
want to
get a
do that.
passport, right? It's such a romantic thing. Driving
Yeah,
across
you're
country.
ruining it.
Wow.
Okay, ready? Have a nice trip.
Thanks.
Wherever you go.
All right, is Elena gonna say something to her professor about those grades?
I know Ben likes.
What? How?
To Nicole? Yeah, it's so obvious. They were swimming together. They were always hanging out. Of course it was her.
Felicity, you're not
Did you know about that?
giving the
About Nicole?
you're not giving the appropriate response here.
You knew that she was going after Ben and you didn't tell me? I mean, he mentioned something.
Nothing is turning out the
I don't
way
think
it's
he likes
supposed to.
Nicole. It's not her. Who is it?
Are you gonna tell her?
I should have just come out and said, Julie, I think the girl he likes might be me. But if I'd said that,
No,
she would have asked me what I felt about Ben, and
you
I
don't know.
how I would have answered that question.
Oh, everything is so messy. Yeah, why are you wearing his
Maybe
necklace?
Elena was right. What would be wrong with considering going with Ben?
I think it's the problem is that he got this haircut. Okay, but if you are considering it, what that means is that you might still have feelings for Ben because you already told him, if we take this trip, there's no way it's going to be platonic. Which means she obviously feels something for him. I mean, she's happy with Noel too. I have no idea how this episode is going to turn out. I mean, I'm guessing that she's not going to get the passport, so she can't go. That's my guess. But not getting the passport in time doesn't necessarily mean she has to go on the road trip. It just means she can't go to Berlin. And she still hasn't even told her parents, I don't think.
So what if we did this?
No, Felicity, no!
I shouldn't even be here.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm not.
How come everything has to have so much meaning? I mean, I've never met someone so desperate for meaning. I'm leaving tonight. Are you gonna come with me?
You're leaving tonight?
I can't be having this conversation because I'm the devil.
You keep saying you're the
Oh my
devil. I
God,
tell
you
what,
better come back
you
next
are
season
not
and look
the devil.
normal
What if I
again.
am? Then what?
It's so hard to look at him.
You would not.
Yes, I would.
Okay, first, it's not just us. I mean, you know, there are other people involved.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I like you. I can't help it. I mean, you're crazy. You're really smart about things. And you've been a good friend to me.
Well, so is
I
Julie.
really like you.
And
We have a chance to go on this trip together, and I really want to do it.
even...
I want to do it too.
No! Like, even if you want to be with... No, because of Julie. No, 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 no!
Found my desk.
Did she hear all of that? Oh, I guess so. See, I don't care if you don't want to be with Noel. Don't fuck over Julie. What could you possibly ever say that could make this better? In any way. I'm dying to hear what you have to say.
I'm really sorry
That's it.
that you heard that.
You're not even...
I should have come to you and I should have told you something up front.
And then you
That would have been hard.
still shouldn't have done it.
I mean, how do you tell somebody that you're trying to steal their boyfriend? God, I feel so stupid when I was asking you if you thought there was another woman. I had no idea I was talking to her. I did not plan this. I am so sorry.
Just say...
I really don't care.
I'm not
what the hell you are. You can be sorry.
gonna
or not.
date
It doesn't
him.
matter to me. You're just a lying bitch.
Well, I guess you're not gonna
To say.
room with Julie next year.
I'm not going with Ben. I'm going to Berlin with Noel. I'm not really sure that you're going to Berlin with Noel.
When did that happen?
I told him.
Huh.
How could you do that?
Really, Felicity? I think it was, very petty of her to tell him, but you have no leg to stand on. You can't possibly be upset with her for doing that. Oh, like I said, everything's a mess. And he spends so much time being concerned about Ben.
Can we just talk?
And he was right. And I didn't think he was. Honestly, I thought she was over Ben.
I want that ticket back. You know, obviously.
I mean, you can't blame him. Although I'm curious what happened after Julie walked out, because Felicity was like, yeah, I want to go with you. And then they were going to kiss, and then Julie came down, and now all of a sudden she's like, I'm going with Noel. Like, I wonder what
I
happened.
just hope this whole year wasn't for nothing. I hope I learned something. I guess they just felt like real friends.
Well, then you shouldn't have acted the way you did.
Are you still thinking about becoming an RA?
Oh. I don't think so. Kind of feeling like who am I to be giving anyone advice?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. I mean, better than Megan, but...
You're someone who's been through it.
Well, that is true. But here's the thing. As much as I'm, like, annoyed at Felicity hurting
See you next year.
Julie, given the situation she was in, there was no way to not hurt somebody. But I still think the person she should have hurt was Ben.
Hi.
I thought you left.
I did. I left and then I came back.
And you didn't come back for me.
I think you know he did.
Yeah, I did.
I'm trying to think, like, does it matter now? I mean, she's already
I don't have that.
hurt everyone.
All I have is that I like you.
Does it hurt more if she goes?
And that I got as far as Harrisburg.
Ben,
I never wanted to hurt Julie. You know that. I can't stand how screwed up this is.
Yeah, but it is screwed up, and it is partially your
Same time.
fault.
I can't help how I feel. Will you come with me? Please. Because I already know it's a better trip if we're together.
I don't know. What do you say? I mean, you said yes, then you said no, then you said yes, and you said no. Everything is already
All right, look.
a mess.
I'm gonna go back to the loft. I'm gonna wait there until 10. And if you're not there, that's cool. That's okay.
I can't believe you came back.
So I guess she's going. Everyone is already mad at you. Is it going to make things worse if you go?
It turns out Noel left me this incredible letter.
When?
Now I can say with absolute certainty that there's no one on the planet who means more to me than you. And ask you to please seriously consider using the enclosed. Love, Noel.
So is this going to be my cliffhanger? Is she going to go with Ben or Noel? This feels very much like a series finale as opposed to a season 1 finale.
Still inside, still moving little grains of sand.
Does it mean anything that she's wearing Ben's necklace still?
No.
Alright, so she's either going home
Finally.
or going to Berlin.
Off he went.
Oh, maybe not, because she has all those suitcases. If she were
So
going
here's the
with
thing.
Ben, she'd probably
I've
take a
made a
cab
decision.
too. What is it?
I'm not flying home by myself. I didn't have to make a decision between Ben and Noel, but I did.
Like, here's the thing. If she doesn't go with Noel, she should still give that ticket back, or at least refund him the money. So she's definitely going with one of them. I think it's probably going to be Ben, just because I think it's more dramatic.
So, where to?
That's my guess.
I'll be home in a few weeks, and I'll send you a tape when I get there.
So, did we get the cliffhanger that I assumed that we would here? Yes, it does appear as though we did. All right. Well, so that felt very much to me more like a series finale than a season finale. It's particularly the ending. Although if it was a series finale, there probably wouldn't be this kind of cliffhanger that we're sitting on. That I mean, honestly, I really thought she was just going to go home. But then when she said, that's not my plan, I think she's going to go to Ben. Only because I think that will probably make for, like, more dramatic story than going with Noel. And those of you who watched this when it actually aired, which I did not do, what was the hiatus, like, horrific? Because I feel like most of the stuff I watch, I binge because I am really bad about coming back after a hiatus. I have such a hard time remembering what happened, so I generally like to wait for things to be kind of over and then watch them. So was it horrific to wait to figure out what she did in real time? Or back then, did you guys know or have a feeling, or you just didn't care? I don't know how invested I am in Felicity's decision. If I'm being honest, I'm more concerned with what this is going to mean for her and Julie and Ben going forward. Because like I said earlier, in the situation that she's in, she chooses to hurt Julie and Noel. But there's no way to not hurt anybody. Like, somebody has to get hurt. She's going to have to hurt somebody in this instance. And I really thought that that person was going to be Ben. But it wasn't. So, I'm actually really surprised, though, that Noel even sent her or even left her that letter, because I feel like that would have been true had the other person not been Ben. He's always so concerned about her being alone with Ben, her being near Ben, Ben needing favors from her. Like, he gets very jealous when she and Ben are put together in any sort of situation. And I think he would be okay with this because he does love her if it wasn't Ben. So I'm very surprised that he went ahead and said, this is sort of all fine. We can still make it work. Just come to Berlin with me. But honestly, I'm not really fussed either way. I would prefer she goes with Noel because I am Team Noel. I'm not anti-Team Ben. I'm just Team Noel. I think she probably will go with Ben because it'll make for a better story. But I think she probably should just go home. Because if she goes... Okay, let's pretend she goes with Noel. If she goes with Noel, like, I'm concerned that it's going to be a terrible trip because he's going to sort of be resentful of what she did and she's going to be trying to make up for it the whole time, and I don't really think they're going to enjoy each other's company. If she goes with Ben, that's going to mean, I feel like, to Noel that it's over. Like, there's no other shot. And so then that's it for her and Noel, I think. And if she goes... I don't know. If she goes with Ben, Noel's not going to be able to handle that. But also, like, it feels like maybe at this point, her and Julie can still sort of maybe work things out. I'm not really sure how, and it'll probably take a long time, but it doesn't feel like it's impossible at this point. However, if she takes that road trip with Ben, I think that's it. Like, I don't know how she and Julie could ever work that out. I mean, I'm sure that they will, because it's TV, and that's how it goes, but I don't know how that would actually play itself out. The other thing that I didn't touch on at all is the Elena situation, because as sort of serious as the situation is, I think we got maybe like a minute at most about it. So she wakes up in his apartment, I'm guessing it's his apartment, and she sees that he's graded her test. She's gotten a B minus. Next day he hands it out in class. Now it's an A. So at first I was like, all right, so he's giving her a B minus because, you know, he's trying to show that he's not playing favorites. Even though they're sleeping together, he's still going to grade her the same way he would have otherwise. Okay, cool, I guess, to an extent. However, then he's obviously changed that grade to an A. So, what does that say? That says that I don't know, like, I'm wondering if it's going to be like he has an explanation for it, or he read something after he read somebody else's paper and realized that, oh, I graded you. I don't know, like, but that's not good. And that's the one that I'm sort of most interested in right now, because she's staying over summer to work at the hospital with him, I think. So I don't know what that's going to mean for their relationship, if you want to call it that, and how that's going to play into him changing her grade. And that's really the storyline that I'm most interested in right now, and I got almost none of it, which is sad. And now I have rambled on and on and on and on, because that is what I am wont to do. Is there anything else I need to say? Did I miss things? Probably. Really, at the end of the day, I just want good things for Julie, and they are just not happening. And everything that happens, things get worse and worse for Julie, and I don't know how to fix them for her, but I really want to. So hopefully next season, it's like the optimistic, happy Julie parade. I'm not sure how that could happen based on what's going on with her and Felicity right now, but fingers crossed. So I think that's where I will stop for now. And I will have to wait 2 days, because I don't plan to watch the next episode for another 2 days to see what she has decided here. But that said, hopefully you had a good time. I certainly did. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!